on the Higher Learning Network. Put your hand up.
Tots Radio. Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the Female Solution. Join me, Naima Latif, every morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, as we bring you stimulating discussions about the issues affecting our lives. If you're listening online at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution, press the blue button that says follow and get our daily topics every morning directly to your email and your smartphone. Hi, I'm Naima Latif, Executive Producer of the Female Solution Radio Show. We invite you to call in 515-605-9325 and participate in this daily think tank as we examine the challenges we face and develop solutions that restore peace and harmony. We are global transformers, changing the world from the way it is to the way it should be. We are one. Wherever we live on this earth, we are one human family. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to extend a greeting to all the members of our family, whenever and wherever you may be listening around the world. To our family in China, Ni Hao. In India, Namaste. In Japan, Konnichiwa. In Korea, Annyeonghaseyo. In Russia, Здравствуйте. In Germany, Guten Tag. In Poland, Dzień dobry. In France, Bonjour. In Spain, Hola. In Italy, Ciao. In Egypt, Ahlan wa sahlan. In Ghana, Akwaba. In Nigeria, Peleo. In South Africa, Sawubona. In Senegal, Nangadef. In Kenya, Jambo. In Israel, Shalom. In Pakistan, Afghanistan, Palestine, and Saudi Arabia, Assalamu alaikum. Greetings, and may peace be upon you all. Join us live on the on-air radio network. Call 727-731-5192. We want to talk to you.
The Betty Shabazz podcast training on the Higher Learning Network. Yeah.
Hey there, talented teens. Are you ready to showcase your skills and potentially win cash prizes and scholarships? We're excited to announce our global virtual teen talent contest, where you can enter by submitting a 1-minute video of your unique talent. Here's how to participate. 1. Record a 1-minute video of yourself performing your talent. 2. Share the video on TikTok. Include the hashtag Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest. 3. Tag 3 friends who also have amazing talents. Submit your video by the deadline. We can't wait to see all of the amazing talents that you have to offer. Remember to be creative and have fun with it. The top talents will be selected by a panel of judges and will be announced shortly after. So don't wait, start filming, and good luck.
Your sound is muted. I don't know if you can hear me, but your sound is muted.
No.
There you go.
Hear me now? Oh, wow. I'm doing all that talking. You can't hear a word I'm saying. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Female Solution on the Higher Learning Network TV show, which airs Tuesdays at 6, Wednesdays at 1 on Channel 19 and 24/7 on the World Wide Web on the higherlearningnetwork.org. And I am joined by my producer extraordinaire, Naima Latif. Welcome, sister.
Yes, welcome, sister.
It has been some kind of whirlwind experience that we're having in this world right now. So it is of great joy to talk about children today.
Yes.
Because they are our saviors. And speaking of saviors, I didn't meet this little girl. Somebody sent me the link, and I just said we have to start the show off with this.
Oh,
and because she spoke volumes, so I just want to share this with everybody because we all need to hear it, whether we want to hear it or not. So the Bible always says, "From the mouths of babes," right?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, if y'all ain't ready to hear it, close your ears, because she's telling the truth right here.
That little kids got common sense. Little kids ain't crazy like y'all think we are. The problem is some of y'all treating us like we crazy. And it be making us confused. Because now I'm sitting over here wondering, is it me or is it you? One of us is half crazy, and I know I seen what I saw. How y'all mad at me for telling my truth? My mama said the truth will set you free. Some of y'all need to learn how to live in y'all truth. That way you can deal with the stuff that's bothering you. Stop holding all that stuff in. Now you walking around here in the world angry, giving out bad energy because you don't know how to express yourself. The older I get, the more I realize everybody ain't got common sense. No wonder why y'all kids be screaming and throwing chairs at teachers and stuff. Y'all not teaching them how to express themselves. My mom be telling us, I don't care who do you wrong, you better be speaking up on it. Because if you don't, they just gonna keep doing it. And it's gonna keep making you sad and wondering what's wrong with you. For me, that's all.
Okay, did she tell the truth or did she tell the truth?
She told the truth. You know, these children are coming here with ancient wisdom.
Yes.
What's coming out of their mouths is beyond childhood. Now, some parents can't deal with that. And they'll say, oh, you're trying to be smart, you know, and they want to shut them down. Right. But these children have come here to help us by being honest. And this child, she spoke some truth that a whole lot of young people are probably thinking, but too afraid to say because they know they might get fussed at or even slapped if they say it. But it's the truth.
Yeah. They don't want to hear the truth. They do not want to hear the truth. And whether we don't hear it or not, the young people are here to tell us about it. So
Yes.
I just thought I'd start the show off with that. And I always want to be informative. We always want to be informative. So when I saw this, somebody sent me this, not part of the contest, but we all need to hear it.
Mm.
My little farm at my school.
Oh.
So I run an ag school. I know we ain't talking about this yet, but I run an agriculture school for kindergarten through 8th grade. It's my middle school right here.
Oh.
It's my campus, 11-acre campus.
Nice.
I got 820 acres of trails going that way.
Ooh.
Here's my pollinator garden. It's our country store. We do it like Shark Tank. These are those towers you just showed me about. Fruit tree, my greenhouse.
Nice.
Let me show you this inside here. So these are those towers you showed. And in this greenhouse, this is a grant right here. This starts end of September. We grow 400 head of lettuce on each one of these. These are seed trays. Every child on my campus has placed a seed in here. And then when it grows, I'll show you where we transplant it. Here's some seedlings that we do. We sell all of these. We got our own farmers markets for the students. We just planted those towers. So they look like the one you just showed me. And then, let me show you this up here. So see up there on the top where it says Hillside Farm up there, that's our growing farm up there. So they take it from here, then they take it all the way up there. I got bees behind that building up there, goats, chickens, etc. And then this is the front of the campus. So we do artwork as well. So see those murals?
Ooh.
So when y'all come in town, man, I have to bring you by the campus too. So when I say farming, I ain't just talking it, brother. Like I live it personally, and then this is what I do during the day.
Yes, we need to take a trip.
540 Black children learning how to farm and make it profitable.
And we need to take some children and how to make it profitable too. Did you hear that?
Now that's a spring trip we need to plan.
Hear that?
Yes, that let me put that on the calendar for that spring break trip. We need to go to the farm, take a bus load or two of children.
Yes, ma'am.
And see that because they can create things that some of us can't even imagine because our minds have been so stifled and shut down and believing, well, they ain't gonna let us. So we're stuck on giving power to other people to give us approval to be who we already are. Children may not always have those restrictions unless we keep reinforcing it. So sometimes they can let their imaginations just fly and they can see the possibilities, and you have to see it to be it. So I believe we take a group of children there, they'll come back ready to farm.
Yes, they will.
Plant some food. I think we can do it.
Because I think they think that everything comes magically out the store because that's all they know about is the store. They don't know about the farm.
How can you know? If you've never been to a farm, you don't know. No. I mean, I'm grateful that my grandparents lived down south in the country and we had a chance to visit them when I was very young. I think our first trip I was 4 years old. And I saw, pecan trees and all kinds of stuff. So I saw, watermelons growing and greens and all those things that my family loved to eat. I saw chickens where we, ate the eggs and everything. So I understood where things came from. But if you lived a whole life in an urban community, you don't know. You don't know what it looks like. I mean, the first time I grew sweet potatoes, I didn't really know that. I mean, I read up on it. I understood they grew on the ground, but I didn't know what it looked like. And me and my sister, both of us, born and raised in the city. When she came to visit me in the fall, it was harvest time, and we were digging our sweet potatoes. Like, oh, this is like finding buried treasure. Oh, there's a potato. We were all excited because we had never had that experience. We grew up in the city. You can find food in the dirt. Oh, it actually grew. Oh, it's really the potatoes down there. Ah! We were so excited. So you can just imagine how children would just enjoy something like that.
Yeah, they do.
We grew up in the city and never saw food actually growing out the ground.
You don't have a clue.
You don't have it.
You don't know, and if you've never been experienced to it, it looks foreign to you. And everything that we eat is not real. We just don't know it. This brother here, they banned him off of TikTok, but we still got him on Facebook. So we got to continue to show you the truth, because it's Thanksgiving time, and we are, you know, a lot of people gonna eat turkey and chicken. They need to know what they're eating. So take it away.
Man, they need to hear this, because I saw that thing you put up on your Instagram, and I was like, that blew my wig all the way back. So could you take the time out to explain to my audience about why?
So the chicken is not a hybrid. The chicken is GMO. The chicken was actually created by splicing genes and introducing certain type of DNA into what you would call a red-winged jungle fowl and a black gray-winged jungle fowl from Africa. That's where you get chickens from. Chickens are not real. And because they were actually created in a laboratory per se, I'm gonna say that the reason why, because they did gene splicing to them. They're acidic to the body. They create a whole lot of uric acid. They also, when you cook them, they turn into heterocyclic amines. Heterocyclic amines is very malignant forming to the cells, meaning it causes cancerous cells. And then the smell from it comes from something called hydroaromatic hydrocarbons. And these hydroaromatic hydrocarbons is bad. It causes throat cancer. Chickens are just bad, and they eggs are bad too. And then plus it's a meat. So they'll tell you that chickens come from the dinosaurs were their ancestors. And that's a complete lie, because when you look at the genealogy of the chicken, especially what the Rothschilds and the DuPonts at the Rothschilds Museum in Jerusalem in New York said about the chicken, they actually give you the history on where they come from. So, you know, chickens are not new. Now, you see things about hens in the Bible and certain other literature, but they're actually talking about gray-winged fowls and red-winged fowls. That's what they was calling hens and chick hens back then. This new chicken that we talking about is totally false, and it's not only a hybrid, but it's GMO, and it's causing a lot of sicknesses, and it's one of the number one cancerous causing artificial meats in the world, y'all. Chicken causes cancer. And if you want to get down into the actual science of it, I mean, all of the political science, all you have to do is go on my YouTube, Yaki Awaken, and look at all of the, and you can cite this stuff. All you got to do is Google it. And I'm offering $5,000 to anybody to clinically prove me wrong. $5,000. If you can go on there and dispute that with other articles, or you can dispute that with anything that is actually holds up and stands that's got a credible source that's behind it, I will give you some money showing you that I'm willing to bet everything on my bottom dollar that chicken is artificial. Chickens are new. Same thing with the cow. The cow actually comes from a Mexican black bull and a white Brahma bull from West Africa. That's where you get your modern day cow from. You know, and Dr. Sebi been saying this for years. It's just now we have the science to prove this stuff. The vulture, which is your modern day turkey. The turkey comes from the vulture. Look at them. They look just alike. So, you know, we've been eating things and calling it food, but the true food for human beings is a fruit diet, a frugivore diet, you know, and limited vegetables. That's all. And like I said, is we at that point right now? I don't think we are. I think we have a lot of expanding of consciousness and a lot of healing to do. But, you know, there's nothing wrong with looking towards that, though, and to say, okay, now I know I'm a God. I know my diet. I know what my liver is supposed to be. Let me start at least integrating some of that into my weekly, you know, my weekly plans and goals.
Can you please break down and drop the science about the chicken?
Okay, let me stop there. It's just so fascinating. I just had to share it. You said, what does that have to do with the Tweens, and Tots contest? It has everything to do with it, because we're teaching our children. They're eating what we're eating. They're eating the same garbage. You just saw the farmer, the real chickens out there. That stuff. And then they're showing us on social media how they're pumping the needles into the chicken, where a chicken wing used to be this size, now a chicken wing this size, or a thigh used to be this size, and now it's this size. So what does that tell you? I know, I digress. I do it all the time. Welcome to Senior World.
Well, you know, I look at things that are advertised like buffalo wings, which means size chicken wings. Because I think the first time I took a friend to a place that said buffalo wings, and somebody said, wait a minute, buffalo don't have wings. I said, well, no, they're saying, you know, jumbo size chicken. But then you research and you find out, how do they get an oversized chicken? Well, they pump them full of hormones. Just like if you want to puff up somebody and have them larger size, larger muscles and everything. A lot of athletes, you know, taking hormones. So if we're eating these things that are genetically modified, that means we're genetically modified. And so when I hear things like that, And I don't know how people feel about eating a vulture for this Thanksgiving.
Okay.
If I were a meat eater, I think this would be a Thanksgiving I'd pass on the turkey. Just knowing their origins, you know, the idea of eating a vulture just does not appeal to me. But hey, you know, you can eat what you want. It's up to you. You know, you got your free will. Whatever you eat becomes a part of you. It becomes a part of what makes up your body. So what do you want to be a part of your body? Now, some people don't have a problem with eating flesh. And my recent understanding is that animals who incarnate understand that they are becoming part of a food chain. So they know they're going to be eaten. But then on the other hand, the way animals are treated before they are made food is so stressful. You're eating all the stress from watching your companions be slaughtered, not being able to have a family where you roam free and you're kept in this little pen and then shot full of who knows what kinds of artificial things to make your body grow in an abnormal size. So all of this suffering is part of the energy they're carrying, and you're eating that. It's not like you're eating something that was living free and enjoying life and then, you know, left this planet for either natural or unnatural means, like, you know, whether you're catching a fish in the ocean or hunting deer or whatever. These are animals that suffered through life. So you're eating that energy of suffering. That's one of the main reasons why I do not eat flesh. But then stuff like this, when you see it's been genetically modified and everything, do you really want that in your system? And what's they going to produce in you over time? So yeah, I things like that, when people come out with truth and then all of a sudden you see it disappear, that's the sign it was true. Because you know, they'll let a lie stand forever, but when you start revealing it, suddenly it's gone and you can't find it anywhere. So that's why.
That's why Prince is not here. That's why Michael Jackson is not here. That's why what's his name? Dr. Sebi is not here. That's why a lot of people are not here, because they share the truth, and the truth will set you free. And somehow it set them free to another dimension. So
yeah.
We just have to be aware of that. Today's show is sponsored by iTex, chicago.itex.com. If you are a business owner or an entrepreneur and you have products or services to sell, go to itex.com, chicago.itex.com, and be sure and use the promo code ZELDA, Z-E-L-D-A. Always giving thanks to the ancestors who made our way possible. What does that have to do? Watch Monday Morning Mindfulness. There's a whole story behind it. Anyway, just thought I'd share that with you. So let's get down to our first contestant. I just had to share that information because we are the Female Solution and we are the Higher Learner Network. So we got to share the information that we the masses. So that's why it's taking so long to get to this first contestant. But baby, you are ready. We are going to the motherland today. And if you don't know what the motherland is, it is the continent of Africa where all life began. And today our contestants are being judged. The teens, tweens, tots are being judged by originality, number one, if it fits their personality, and number three, their overall performance. And we're going to see lots of performances today. So call somebody, text somebody, and tell them they need to tune in right now, because we are live and it is happening as we go to our first contestant, which is in the motherland. And are you ready? This is Max Kung Fu 14. Are you ready? Here we go. Boy, talk about this.
I love martial arts, and you know, when they do it in unison, it looks like a dance. That's what
I know, right?
Yes.
and they
Graceful's ballet. Yeah.
They are simply, I was like, can't do none of that, but I can watch them and enjoy it. How about that?
Can you imagine that's actually self-defense moves? That's what's so fascinating.
It's self-defense, and it's even more importantly, it's what's the word for discipline? Discipline,
yes. Controlling the body-mind complex.
Yes. So if you have children, and I know you do, and if you don't, you know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who got some children, get them into martial arts. It will change their lives. They'll have a whole new perspective. They'll have a new way of dealing with things.
Yes, it is. It's a mental discipline, and especially if you have young people who have a lot of energy and not a lot of spaces to expound it, because you have children growing up in these apartment buildings where there's not a lot of room. They need to have a big backyard where they can play, but they don't have one, and maybe they might live in a place where they don't feel safe. They need some place they can go and express that energy in a creative way that gives them mental and physical discipline. So that's a wonderful idea, definitely.
I love the idea, and I love even more is this next one that we are about to see, because this man, I think he might be a little bit older, but I don't know his age. You just can't tell.
And also the scoring is 1 to 5,
right?
For what you see, but tell us the ages for.
I don't know their ages, but you could see those were children. You could plainly see their children. I have no idea what they're
somewhere in between the teens.
I say those were tweens. Yeah.
Yes.
Because I don't know what their ages are, but I do know that they look young enough to be in the contest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of contests, let's go back to this next one, and which I think you will enjoy. I'm not quite sure how old he is either, but I know he's old enough to be doing what he's doing. So let's see what he's doing. Are you ready? Get ready, get set, let's go.
1990, Chubb Rock jumps upon the scene.
Whoa!
On the top, but RoboCop last year was a shock. The tone of the pop light cut shook your butt. Kids are screaming, the media says what? Kind of music is this for you to dance to? The man with the plan and the band demands you. Leave the smack and the crack for the whack, for the ball and the knock, keep a smile like that. Leave the knife and the gun in the store and ignore temptation sent by the nation. Racial game cause it's pain needs a new rep. In your heart and mind, never forget you set. Walk-ins, and when you walk in, you know what you're squatting. Black on black, remember that, it's important. Anyway, the shunless one bring forth the fun. No hatred, the summer's almost done. No time for sleep. Jump in your Jeep and pump up the funky beat. Holy, people go.
Whoa!
I was like, oh man, I used to jump rope like that. I quit lying, Zell. You ain't never jump rope like that. I used to jump rope. How about that? I ain't never jump rope like that. Is that hot?
Oh, that is hot. They now have jump rope as a sport, because when I first started at Betty Shabazz, the first team we had was a jump rope team, and we'd go to these competitions. Of course, nobody was that good, but you did see some creative ways of jumping rope. And you know how we used to jump rope when we were young. We did all kind of dance moves, really, in the rope.
Right.
And, once they turned into a sport, they kind of put rules on it. You had to get your back straight and this. I'm like, So I don't know if his kind would have fit the rules, but definitely it shows some real talent and rhythm. And you notice he hadn't hit the rope. He hasn't missed. He's all and when he jumped out, didn't collapse the ropes. So I think this is definitely a very talented young man. Mm-hmm. And I know this took some work, some practice, and skills, balance. Look at how the whole thing with the feet, the toe, the heels. He's got it. He is good.
Jump better the rope than some girls. Come on now.
Whole lot of girls. Well,
including this girl.
One thing that when we were doing the jump rope competitions as a sports team, they did have males in the contest, and they would, some of them did like gymnastics kind of stuff in the rope. because, you know, since it was a sport, like, okay, then now it's manly, I can do it. But, you know, growing up, it was a thing that it was supposed to be specifically, exclusively that girls did and boys didn't jump rope. But once they turn into a sport, you'll see all kind of men doing it now.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. And if you thought that was something, wait until you see this. And we'd love to have your comments too. So feel free to join us with your comments on YouTube and Facebook, Higher Learning TV Show.
And can they call in or?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. They can call in too, 727-731-5192. That's, I know I spoke that really, really fast. So let me say it again and slow down. 727-731. It's scrolling right down to the screen. 5192.
Yeah.
And let's check out the comments right quick. Viata's Tiny House Village. Wow, such beautiful talent and energy. Thanks to all the youngsters with courage and talents and energy. Yes, hallelujah.
Yes.
Yeah, dynamite. They are on it today. Thank you for tuning in, Viata. Be sure and share this video with somebody else. And Deborah Smith says, need jump rope at the Olympics. Now, you know what, Deborah? I just heard that it might be coming to the Olympics. Did you?
Yes.
Yes.
I heard that that's going to now be an Olympic sport. It's something else that they had as an Olympic sport. I'm trying to remember what it was, but something that wasn't usually an Olympic sport that they turned into it this year. Something that we do all the time in the neighborhood. Now all of a sudden it's in the Olympics. So, you know, we're in culture.
Everything we do in the neighborhood is somehow make it to major market, and they find a way to profit off of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what they do. Tell them, Tony. That's exactly what they do. Let's take this next one before we go to our first break, because we got to go back to the motherland, baby. If you've never been, this is your opportunity to go there with these dances. How about that? Are you ready? As TD Jakes will say, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. Let's go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what I said. Ooh, wow. That's an African dance. You just didn't know it. Okay.
Wow.
How did I get it disappeared. Anyway, yeah, how about that?
Balance, strength. I mean, he's holding by his head.
By his head. His neck could pop. Hello?
Yeah, that means you gotta really, you talk about discipline.
How is he doing that? Discipline is a key word. Oh my goodness. Talk about discipline. Whew, Lord have mercy. And discipline is one of the things that when you are working on your creativity, on your gift, natural gift, talent, and business ability, that's what we focus on here at the Higher Learning Network is focusing on your natural gifts, talents, and abilities. And when you focus on that, you will begin to do things just like, wow, I didn't know I could do that. Just like I didn't know I could cook, and I'm cooking for Thanksgiving with the help of my husband over there. Actually, he's cooking. I'm just helping. I'm the sous chef.
Thank you.
But you know,
I had no idea how important cutting bell pepper, celery, onions, garlic, and all that other stuff. I had no idea the importance, because you could have all that good food and you not have no flavor in it. You just eating cornbread when it comes to dressing.
Oh, okay, so you're the
sous chef,
additive person. You cook,
yes.
you cut up the onions and
I'm a sous chef. I'm not an assistant. I'm a sous chef. I title myself what I want to be. I ain't nobody's assistant. I am a sous chef. That's what I am. Yeah. See,
Hey, Tony, let us call herself whatever she want to call herself. Long as she helping, just let her.
Thank you. What did he just say? Two of the most important words on the planet that a married man can say. And what is that, Tony?
Yes, dear.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Thank you for the balloons. Yes. Thank you.
Two important words. Yes, dear.
Married man knows two of the most important words on the planet is yes, dear.
Oh, wow. That's
yes, dear. So thank you. And yes, dear. Yes. It is 12:30. It is time for our first commercial break. And I want to remind you that if you want to vote, please vote on the contestants' originality, if it fits their personality, and their overall performance. And the scores from 1 to 5. So far, we've only had 3. The first contestant was that's sad. You can't, martial arts. Can't even read your own handwriting. Martial arts. Shut up, Tony. The second contestant was the jump rope Oriental guy. And the third one was the African dancer. So which one do you like? 1, 2, or 3? Oh, no. And don't. Well, yeah. You can post it online, but I need you to vote on YouTube and Facebook, Higher Learning TV Show. And if you really want to help them out, you can send your vote to the email, which is hlnttvshow@gmail.com. That's HLNGV show. She said that, and Deborah was Nemo knows that so well. Yes, dear. Yes, dear.
Yeah, hey, works wonders.
Hey, if you want to live the kind of life and be happy, you better know those important words, because they are extremely important. So I just want to share that.
Remove all stress,
Yes, we don't need no stress. So I just want to share with you more information that will help you take your life to the next level. And I want to share a little bit about letting go. We have our own Monday morning mindfulness meditation word of the day. And the word is let go. It's hard to let go of the memories, of the thoughts, of the distractions that keep us in a place we don't want to be longer than we want to be there. Talking about myself. I ain't talking about nobody else. Trials and tribulations will keep you in a place. That's why we got to reprogram this consciousness. That's what this is all about. Reprogramming consciousness. Because whatever it is that's irritating you 9 times out of 10, it came there to teach you a lesson that you don't want to learn. So what I do is just start breathing, because I ain't in control of nothing, and all the thoughts that's going on in my head, I just breathe, take long, deep breaths, and I replace those thoughts that are not taking me in the direction that I want to go. So when that happens, this is what happens. Are you familiar with peppermint oil? Especially if you get a headache or indigestion or anything like that. Get you some peppermint essential oil. Now, it might cost you a little bit, but either you pay now or you pay later. So the choice is yours. Don't want to come out. Shut up, Tony. There you go. 1 drop. Come over here and let me splash you with some. They put that holy water on you when you're in church. Take that little 1 drop. Bam! Rub it around in your hands. And do what? Woo! Don't inhale too deep, because that peppermint is powerful. Oh, yes, Lord. Be careful, y'all, when you inhale. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I feel all of that. Oh, yes, Lord. Well, we just woke everything up. Oh, sinuses, all that just cleared up. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Let me take a sip of tea. I ain't had peppermint in a while, y'all. Canaglobe, that is an organization that we have joined in order to raise funding for our projects, the homeless project where we help feed the unhoused, also for our teen talent contest. And they say, Zelda, you selling cannabis? No, we're not selling cannabis. If that's what you want, that's what you do. But I'm a senior. I have aches and pains. I don't know about you. So I got me some watermelon gummies. And I got some shrooms. I don't have them problems anymore, and it just makes my whole workload a whole lot easier. Because we sit in chairs all day, we're not moving, and it is that lack of movement that causes more anxiety and inflammation in our joints, like our knees and hips and stuff like that. Anyway, I said all that to say this. If you would like to get more information on how to take part of that, you can always text me at 312-383-9749. And no, we do not sell that to children. We offer you the ability to sell pain cream, pain balm, tinctures and gummies. And statistics show, don't believe nothing I said. Do your own homework and Google what tinctures do for children who are having seizures. Children who are on medication that are not working, that the medication is not working. So they take you off of one drug, that one's not working, and they put you on another one. That was not working, they put you on another drug. Try some plants. Try something that comes from the ground. Try something that comes from a seed. Try something that comes from something that you are not familiar with because you've never been on a farm, because you don't know what a farm is. Like we showed in the very beginning of the video, we don't know about farms, so we believe everything that they tell us, and everything that they tell us has pretty much been a lie, and we've been believing it since birth. But don't believe me. Believe this, what you about to hear, because when I heard this, I was like, oh my God. You know Billy Carson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows Billy Carson. Well, this is what happened to Billy Carson. Well, I shouldn't say this what happened to him. This is a conversation that was had.
Most people have been following Satan this entire time while they thought they have been following Jesus.
Facts.
Well, did you hear that? Did you hear that? I just want to be sure you heard that. Most people have been following Satan all this time, thinking they're following Jesus. Okay, let's hear the rest of it.
The Bible is orchestrated and remixed in a way by this entity in order to lead human beings to their own demise. And that human beings themselves have been following and worshiping Satan this whole time by calling on Jesus and calling on God, which is really Enlil, Yahweh, from the ancient Sumerian tablets, not really truly understanding the real God connection. Tower of Babel incident. Thousands of years before the Bible was written, it was Enlil, also known as Yahweh in the modern Bible. Satan, the Lord of Eden, E-D-I-N, coming out of Mesopotamia, also Enlil from the Sumerian tablets. Known in the Bible as Yahweh, who shows up to find out what happened here in the garden. How come you got your clothes on now? You see, all these stories go back to ancient times, and you find out the real truth. You begin to realize that I haven't really been worshiping the God that I thought I was worshiping, because that God does exist. I'm gonna keep saying that God does exist. The blueprint or the fingerprint has been laid throughout all creation via the Fibonacci sequence, right? Via pi and phi. Mathematics. The language of God is mathematics.
Okay. Did y'all get that? Did y'all get that? All my holy rollers out here. And I ain't trying to offend nobody, because I'm a holy roller too. But I am finding my way out of the cloud into nature, and let nature tell me what to do. Let my spirit tell me what to do. Because as long as we're following a book, we're following what somebody else has wrote, and we have not done the research to see if the word that they wrote is correct. Now you can pull me on that one if you want to. I'm up to the challenge. Are you? All right.
We all have an internal guidance system.
Thank you.
Feel when something is right or wrong. So someone says you don't trust your heart. Well, they're not trying to have you listen to your own internal guidance system. It's our direct connection to the divine. When something doesn't feel right, you will feel an uneasiness in your heart. You will feel this doesn't feel right. So when you're reading something that's telling you that certain people God hates and all that sort of thing, it doesn't feel right. Well, it's because it's not right.
Right.
Or if you're feeling, you're reading something that, describing, you get thrown in a lake of fire if you don't believe a certain religious belief, then you'll burn in hell forever. And something inside you didn't feel right. That's not right. So it's so many things that we're told, and our internal guidance system tells us this doesn't feel right. Well, that's your God force telling you, no, that's not correct. But social pressure can make you follow something even in your heart. It's not right. So listen to that heart. Listen to that internal guidance system that we came here on the planet. Like that first young lady that spoke at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, the little girl.
Children are coming here intact with their internal guidance system, and they are speaking the truth that they know from within. And sometimes we get mad because we don't want to hear it, but they haven't been conditioned to just swallow lies and go along with the program, they're speaking the truth, and we need to listen to them.
Thank you. Whether you want to hear it or not, you need to hear it. And I don't say you need to hear it, you deserve to hear it, because not everyone is awake. And when you awaken to nature, to life, this is what you'll experience.
Tell you that trees emit electromagnetic energy. Trees emit a frequency of 200 hertz, which makes you feel grounded, stable, and confident just being around trees.
Did you hear that? Just being around a tree. You don't have to hug the tree like I do. Just being in the vicinity of trees.
Why the forest is for rest, because it strengthens your electromagnetic aura.
The forest is for rest. Did you hear that?
It can heal your body and protect you from infections. Maybe.
What? A tree can heal your body and protect you from infections. What?
This is the reason why there are less trees in a less income area and there are more trees in a richer area, because they want to keep the mass population of the poor people sick, the rich people thriving and healthy. Let me know what you think about this.
Yeah, let me know what you think about it too, because it's all on my blog. And my blog is did you want to go ahead and say something while I pull it up, Naima?
You think about what happens in the urban areas where they get rid of all the trees, and certain places where there are no trees, there is no greenery. The projects, you got all this concrete, no trees. How is that affecting the behavior of the people? You see the stress level is higher. Mm-hmm. Children are more violent because there's no trees. So when we don't have parks, when we don't have trees in our vicinity, right in our home, our stress level is higher. So we need the interaction of those beings, and trees are live beings rooted in the earth, and we need that interaction with them. And when we don't have it, we can see what happens to our environment, what happens to the behavior of the people, how conflicts arise, how violence expands and erupts because of the absence of trees. And we should see what happens when we allow people to take away all the signs of nature in our communities. We're thinking it's progress, and it's not. It's taking us backwards. We need a tree.
And we all need a tree. And I don't have one, so I make my way to find one every day. So please go to my blog. I update it daily. There's information there that can take your life to the next level. Zelda Speaks mindfulness blog is at zeldaspeaks.wordpress.com, and I'll put that in there a little later, but I just wanted you to see that because there's lots of information that I put on there that they kicked me off the air for saying because I'm speaking too many truths, and so I put it on my blog. Now when you go to my blog, you may or may not be able to share it, but you will have a chance to copy and paste the information and share that with somebody else. And while you are there, please go to the blog for the for HLN. And that is tumblr.com/HL, Higher Learning TV Show. We got so many, I can't keep up with them. If you see, you'll see HLN Daily News at the top. That's tumblr.com, HLN, Higher Learning TV Show. Okay, but there's lots of information there, so please go there and check it out. You'll be glad you did. And share that. Once again, you may not be able to share the whole blog, but you can copy and share what you want, and you can share that with somebody. How about that? And just to lighten things up just a little bit, I just want to share this because I do believe that when we share things like this, you will get a chance to have an experience. Well, I guess I'll pull that up later. Let's go to the next contestant because, yeah, we want to get this next contestant in here. And for those of you who did not live in the 70s, 80s, or 90s, this may or may not be familiar with. You may not be familiar with it, but you're going to love it. How about that? Are you ready? Get set, let's go.
Ooh. Oh my. We're all in sync. Hey, they had that routine down.
That may not mean anything to anybody else in our culture, but baby, that's a whole other culture. That's the Asiatic community. I don't know if they're Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Taiwanese. I don't know what they are, but I know they are Asian, and I know they are in sync, and they are killing it, for lack of a word.
They had them dance steps down.
They got rhythm. Somebody in the background saying, "Ooh, not here," but I can hear out in the ether somewhere somebody saying, yeah, yeah.
I am seeing more and more Asian people mastering hip hop moves.
Yes,
I'm like, wow. So don't think we are not having a global cultural influence. I am seeing some major hip hop artists coming out of Asian countries. I'm like, wow. Well, when I went to South Korea, when my daughter was living there, and we went shopping at night, and and music is playing and all the different shops and everything, I was hearing like Snoop Dogg and all kind of rap. I was like, what? It was just, it was amazing. I'm like, and then, of course, Zakia, my daughter, she's saying, well, they don't always know what the words mean, but they like the music. And so, yeah, you're going to hear it all over the place. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah. They
definitely influenced with African-American music, all in the shopping centers and everything.
Like, all up in the shopping center. Look like us, dress like us. We're the most loved and disrespected people on the planet.
And see, our shopping centers, we playing that elevator music, and then their shopping centers, they're playing like hip hop. MC Hammer and whatnot. I mean, I was listening to all of that, and it was funny because
I know it kind of freaked you out, didn't it?
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
I'm in another country. I mean, at least expected to hear some Oriental music, right?
Hey, they was listening to us.
Yeah.
Wow.
And isn't it funny, Naima, how you don't realize how influential America is over the rest of the world until you leave this country?
Yeah.
You have to leave this country, because if you've never left this country, you've just been sitting here.
You would have no idea.
You have no idea what's going on. You only know what they show you on the news. And I don't know why they call it news, because it's never new.
Right.
Whatever happened is an hour, a week, a month.
Doctored up by the time we hear it.
Yeah, by the time go to, I cannot think of the name of it, but I will before the show is over. Mockingbird. Please go to the Mockingbird report. That's why I said, whatever you hear on the Higher Learning Network, don't believe nothing I say. Go to Google and type in Mockingbird report, and you will see that all of the information that you receive has been doctored, and it was put in effect by the FBI and the CIA to gear your thinking in a certain direction. And you wonder why you think the way you think.
It's always an agenda.
Don't believe me. I'm telling you, when I've learned that every Monday morning when I was working at Gospel Radio 1390 WGCI AM, I learned from working with the salespeople every Monday morning, there is a programming meeting. There is a sales meeting at 9:00 sharp every Monday morning. And they are programming what they want you to hear, absorb, digest for the whole week. and you just thought you wanted a hamburger because they said have it your way.
Programming. That is the biggest thing happening. Every time you listen to something, you're being programmed. The question is, what is the intention of the person putting out the information? What are they trying to get you to do? How are they trying to get you to spend your money? You have to
How are they trying to get you to spend your money? You can't save a dime because you're trying to spend everything because you can't. You can't. You're programmed to spend it all. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about me. I'm aware of it.
Because we're told that you have to buy certain things in order to be acceptable.
Yeah.
So we will frantically try to buy the thing that we believe is necessary in order for us to receive love.
You got to have the right, number one, you got to have the right job. No. Let me go back even further than that. You got to have the right parents to go to the right school, to get the right college education, to get the right job, and then you retire and you die a few months later. I got 5 people who have retired in my life in this year who have passed within the last 2 years.
Wow.
So you go and slave for somebody for 40, 50, 60 years, and you get pennies on the dollar in a social security check or a pension check while they get billions. Whereas you could have skipped the educational system that you're currently in. I'm talking about my bachelor's degree from Columbia College. I can wipe my butt with it right about now. Anyway, I digress. The thing that you need to do is to send your children to entrepreneurial school. Send them to that farm so they can learn how to feed themselves and their families.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I digress. I do it anyway. I'm allowed to do that.
Yes.
Okay, so let's get back to our last contestant here. And actually, I think you're going to enjoy this. And then I got a few more things to show you, but I do want to show you this. The motherland is on my mind. I must be going. Here we go. This is from Hyper Kids Africa. You ready? You ready to be entertained? Here we go.
Transform.
Boy, mouth shut, when you're rich.
The queen is back. Bow down. We run this mother. What your name is?
Question number 3, 2, 1. It's showtime.
What about?
The boy's bad. The boy's bad.
Wow. That. What do they call
I have never seen anything like that in my life. Have you?
Wow, that is original.
If you don't share this video with somebody, shame on you. Your teeth and your hair gonna fall out.
Wow.
I was just so fascinated. And well, we've had 3 contestants today from the motherland.
Yeah.
Number 1, the martial arts. Number 2, the jump.
The head balancer.
The African dancers was number 3. Number 4 was the play the fucking music. Those were the Asians. And number 5, the African entertainment. Motherland. We must be going to the motherland, name, because I can feel it in my bones.
Yeah, well, I got my passport all.
Got your passport? You heard that, Tony? Get your passport, Tony? Got to go get your passport, baby. Come in, Naima, gonna be gone.
Yeah.
Tony said, have fun.
It don't expire till 2026, so I can go all this year.
Yes, ma'am. That's where we going, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it right. But I want to end this show today with something that's just so special and so near to my heart. But first, I want you to vote right quick. 1 through 5. Number 1, originality. 2, if it fits their personality. Number 3, overall performance. We got exactly 5 minutes left in this show, and I want you to vote. Please go to YouTube right now or Facebook, Higher Learning TV Show, or go to HLN TV Show. I'm sorry, email us, HLNTVShow@gmail.com. You can go as many times as you want to. You can vote as many times as you want to. Okay. So get those votes in because I want you to make a difference. You want to say something, Naima?
Oh, I was just thinking I'm torn between two of them, but I'm just
yeah, I already know who I want, but I can't say that. So because I don't want other people to be biased. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So get those votes in. And if you can't remember anything, then you have just officially joined the club of the CRS Club. And I can't say what that is over there.
So I might end up with a tie, but hopefully somebody will put in
Deborah and Viata and Timothy and Anthony and Tony and all of y'all. I need y'all to vote so y'all can tell us who you think is the winner. But I just wanted to leave you on with something that is so sweet. It just doesn't get any better than this. They are not a contestant. This is just for your enjoyment. Okay, so here we go. This is called, I call it the mother, daddy daughter. Is that not precious?
That is.
Is that not just precious? How many women like myself never had a father? I thought I was the only one. I go and find out most of us didn't have a daddy.
You know, that father-daughter is that bond is so important. And I'm really grateful for my relationship with my father, you know, and we really bonded like the last years of his life because I used to drive him to his, you know, hospital appointments and stuff like that. And sometimes I was between cars and, you know, I'd come over and, you know, he'd drive me someplace where I had to go. And we always had these conversations and we'd just be laughing and laughing, you know, we'd have these, you know, my spouse is driving me crazy conversations. I'm telling him about my husband, he's telling me about my mother, you know, his wife and everything. And we're just laughing and laughing, but it was so funny. And it was really a bonding time because, you know, I could see things from a different perspective as an adult, you know, and a married person. And of course, you know, seeing him and my mother and knowing her personality, and we just be laughing at the things that we went through dealing with our married life. And then one day he said something I thought was the wisest thing in the world. He said, you know what? She can't help how she is no more now. I can help how I am. And I thought, you know, that's wisdom. When you can get to that point where you understand whatever your spouse is, they can't help it. So just forgive and let it go. Just laugh it off. You know.
Oh, can you repeat that and say it a little louder, please?
My father said of my mother, you know what? She can't help how she is any more than I can help how I am.
Excuse me.
That was the wisest thing I ever heard. When you can just accept a person for who they are, realizing they can't help it.
Can't help it. I'm just retarded. I can't help myself.
They can't help it. Love them anyway. That's what this whole earth experience is for. It's for us to learn unconditional love for people, regardless of what their faults might be. That's what we're here to do.
If I can accept you snoring at night, you can accept me being crazy in the daytime. I digress.
Yeah.
I go there sometime, but I just had to share that with you. Last thing I want to share with you is our Instagram page, which is instagram.com/HLN.homeless.project. Now, this has nothing to do with these cards. I'm just a big whiz player. Let me explain something to you that I did not know. When you go on Facebook and post, they own Instagram. So whatever you post on Facebook shows up on Instagram sometime. Not all the time, but a lot of time. So when I am playing bid whist with, because you know I'm the bid whist queen. So whenever I'm playing bid whist, it started me posting my hands online because I had a girlfriend who was bedridden and who played bid whist and she couldn't play.
Oh,
So I would always post them online so she could see it.
Nice.
So after she passed, I just kept the habit up. So now I post it on Facebook, they post it on Instagram. That's not what I want you to see. What I want you to see on Instagram, but yeah, you can tell everybody I am the big whiz queen because I do be getting some bad. Oh, by the way, just for the record, I ran 5 Bostons yesterday. Just for the record.
Oh my.
We some kind of spell. Anybody want to challenge me? You know where I'm at. Come on, bring it on. Okay. What I want you to do is to scroll down and look at the work that we do for the homeless. And my tutor, my hubby is my tutor. I want you to hear what he had to say about me cooking Thanksgiving for the unhoused.
Oh, wow.
And he's teaching me how to cook, period. Here we go.
How's the beans and cornbread? And meatloaf.
The meatloaf. You check the beans. Rice.
Okay.
Beans and rice.
Okay, check them beans and rice.
So you do the taste test.
Yeah.
Oh,
so I'm getting better.
All right now.
Good. You outdo me almost now.
Oh,
very delicious.
Well, I had a good teacher, baby.
That's the teacher. Wow.
I had to cook in my old age.
Oh, yeah.
And cook some beans, rice,
house people,
and meatloaf for the home
neighbors. We can give them a delicious meal and share some of this meal with them.
Oh, how
We'll be ready
nice.
in about a half an hour. I'll be done. Later.
So I just want to share that with you. And this
Thank you for passing
just show
now.
all right.
Hey, Tony, do you?
Us going out about feeding the unhoused. So just wanted to share that with you.
That is wonderful. And you know, there are a lot of people. I mean, you don't realize how many people are.
Cheese is done. And
oh wow, look at that. Yes.
So the beans and rice were for what I cooked. For what?
Oh, how nice.
For the home unhoused. I'm sorry, I got to get used to saying that. But we'll cook Thanksgiving dinner for the unhoused, and I'm going to be the sous chef.
That is fantastic. Well, I'm just so honored to know you, and the work that you are doing is changing lives, and I hope it's inspiring people. And one more time before we go, tell people if they want to give to this effort, where can they go on your website? If they
can go to
financially.
Yes, you can donate anything and everything because they always asking for water, juice, socks, blankets, coats, everything you need, they need. Okay. Cash App is Zelda Speaks the number 2. Venmo, Higher Learning Network, NFP. Zelle, you got to email me, zeldaspeaks@gmail.com. On PayPal is higherlearningnw@yahoo.com. Or you can always text me at 312-383-9749. And I will have information there for you. So just want to share that with you. Hope we have said something or made a difference in the quality of your life. Now, you know you're going to be cooking a lot of food. You know you're going to have some food left. Call me so I can come pick it up.
Yes.
So, unless you want to go. No, don't call me. Bring your butt on, go down to Wacker Drive. Lower and Wacker Drive. Because they're there. On Wacker Drive and Lower Wacker Drive and Lower Wacker Drive. And they're all over the city. So don't throw that food away. Don't put it in the freezer so you can eat it later. Be a blessing to somebody. Yeah. Get that food to somebody. You know you're already too fat. You know you can lose a couple 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds. I can say that because I'm fat. And I don't care about what you say about me. But I'm slimming down. I have lost a few pounds. Went for my annual the other day, and my doctor very proud of me. I lost a few pounds. So, all right, and I got 10 more pounds to lose, so I'm good. Anyway, if you want to donate to care packages for people in need, go to higherlearningnetwork.org. Fill out the information. Scroll to the bottom, and you'll see it right there. Thank you so very much for being here with us today on the Tweens, and Tots virtual talent contest with my co-host Naima Latif. Be sure and tune in tomorrow evening from 7 until 9 p.m. Oh, excuse me, is it 7 to 8, Naima?
At 7 to, well, we're transitioning to a 1 hour format as we prepare to launch our radio and TV network. And so we're going to give our information to you in, you know, a little smaller bite size, but all day long, you'll be able to listen. So we're getting you prepared as we wean you to that 1 hour time slot. So you can call in earlier. Don't wait till 5 minutes before the show after 2 hours. We've been talking, you know, tune in earlier, call in earlier, participate earlier, and be sure to share the shows.
And you'll be glad you did.
Glad you did.
And remember, sharing is caring. So we'll see you tomorrow night from 2 until, Lord have mercy, did I just say 2?
From 7 to 8.
Yeah, for 7 to 8.
And tune on in to Soul Purpose Healing with you.
Oh, yes. And then Monday morning, come back to Monday Morning Mindfulness, and you'll hear the winners of the contest, as well as my guest, Reverend Lawrence Lenoir. And we're going to talk about how after you've done your Thanksgiving thing, you're ready to go spend all that money, how you can make some money. So be sure to join us. And on that note, we'll see you then. Stay on purpose, stay empowered, stay tuned to more of the Female Solution on the Higher Learning Network. And you'll be glad you did. And remember, sharing is caring. And thank you for caring. Make it a great day.
We've come to the end of our show today. If you missed any broadcasts, go to our website for the audio and video archives at www.thefemalesolution.com. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussions. And to our global family joining us from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, xie xie. India, zhanyavad. Japan, arigato. Korea, kamsamnida. Russia, spasiba. Germany, danke. Poland, dziękuję. France, merci. Spain, gracias. Italy, grazie.
Don't go nowhere, Naima.
Ghana, madasi. Nigeria, eshe. South Africa, Ngiyabonga. Senegal, Jaref. Kenya, Asante. Israel, Toda. Pakistan, Shukriya. Afghanistan, Tashakur. Saudi Arabia and Palestine, Shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Thank you, and may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.
Like to have your business promoted on the Female Solution, what do they need to do, Naima, as well as the podcast training?
Just go to thefemalesolution.com.
And all of the information is there.
Yes, ma'am.
All righty.
I am now prospered in expected and in unexpected ways. I am now prospered in expected and in unexpected ways. I give thanks for all that I have and for all that I share. Abundance is mine. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a wonderful feeling. There's a handsome man coming my way. Oh, there is a handsome man coming my way. Hi there. What's your name?
Hi.
What's your name?
My name is Tony. And what I want you to do for me is, if you have Xfinity TV, tune in to the Higher Learning Network Tuesdays at 6 p.m., Wednesdays at 1 p.m., Xfinity TV channel 19. Peace out.
Want your children or yourself or your business to have a podcast? It's not too late.
All right, cool. Is he going? And you watching TV? You're watching the Higher Learning TV show.